Hi, today I'm going to show you how to split your lily bulbs. Now is the perfect time of year to do it. They're finished flowering and all the goodness has died down and gone back into the bulbs, so now is the time of year where you want to split them up. You can see this one has totally died back. This is a yellow Asiatic lily which flowers in early to mid-summer, so that one flowered around springtime, going into about May, June, and now it's all totally died back down. So I'm going to split this first. So firstly I'm going to start by taking these out of this pot. Now the stalks will snap off, that's totally fine. They've done all they can do. When it's all died down it will turn brown and crispy like this. That means it's sucked up all the nutrients back into the bulbs, and you can actually see the bulbs there protruding through the soil. So here's what they'll look like. You can see you've got your big one there which has flowered this year, and as they get bigger they will put out new smaller ones, and that will be more lilies. These ones I don't think are going to flower just yet, maybe next year or the year after. They're not big enough yet, so they can all be sat with each other for now. Here we go, here's a bunch of bulbs. They're kind of like onions, got layers to them, which obviously an onion is a bulb, so that makes sense. So I've filled this part half to the top with just some normal gardening compost. Then I'm going to lay some of the bulbs down so that the roots are facing downwards and the growing tips facing upwards, just on top of the soil, and then I will backfill this because they like to be buried quite deep, and it'll also help them over winter because it will keep them warm and safe from frost in there. Now I'm just going to top it up with some more soil. So that's the Asiatic lilies done. I've got them in a couple pots now, so they'll be a lot happier. And now I'm going to move on to my others. These ones are a type of oriental lily called Stargazer. They're really pretty. They flower from mid to late summer, so a bit after the Asiatic ones I just talked about and repotted. These ones have longer stalks and less flowers on them, but they're bigger, they smell amazing, and they're bright pink neon leopard print. They're great. As you can see, this is what happens. So they've gone from flowering, tall and green, and then they get all the energy sucked out of them back down into the roots. Do the same thing. These stalks should just twist and pull off. It's got everything it can from them, so they're fine, and it will help get the bulbs out. Really root bound. There's a lot of quite big and smaller bulbs in there, so it's a good idea to split them up so that they're not killing each other trying to fight for resources. So I'm going to split these up a bit. So again, I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to half fill this pot up with normal potting soil. Roots facing down, obviously, growing tip facing up. Go, I've got a couple in here. And now I'll just fill this up to the top. Here we go, get them buried nice and deep, and they'll be happy, and then they will bloom again next year. Another pot, half filled to the top with soil, and then I'm just going to plant this big guy in there. And there we go, they're all split up and buried deep, and they'll be okay over winter. Just got to give them a little bit of water, and then they hopefully will bloom again for us next year. So there you go, that's how you split lily bulbs, and if you want to know any more stuff, just comment, like and subscribe, and there'll be more videos coming.